said that Peepaw had put his cookie on my cookie. Peepaw is...
Did Grandpa touch you? Steve Wilkos, like, comment, subscribe.
Casey and her family should have been enjoying a Mother's Day barbecue last week, but instead they were blindsided with allegations of sexual abuse.
Somebody put that meat on that grill.
See, Casey says her daughter claimed that Grandpa Jimmy molested her. And she even gave specifics as to where the abuse took place. But Jimmy and his wife Lisa say there's no way their granddaughter was molested, especially not by him. Take a look.
My granddaughter is accusing my husband Jimmy of touching her. Casey went home and she asked her if he had touched her in any way. She said no, and then she said that Peepaw had put his cookie on my cookie. Peepaw is my husband Jimmy. I told her, I said
wait,
no.
Wait, what, run about cookie?
His cookie on my cookie. She said no, and then she said that Peepaw had put his cookie on my cookie. Peepaw is my husband Jimmy. I told her, I said no. Peepaw.
Okay, cookie. So he put his buns on her buns. What's cookies? Am I stupid? He's put his nuts on her butt. What? Like, I'm too deep in, my fault.
Did not do this. So then we got Jimmy.
He know he did it.
He come into the room. He did it. And Casey had her tell Peepaw exactly what she told me. And Jimmy's like, no, that has never happened. I would never do nothing like that. So then David comes in and he's real upset. And that's whenever he told us that Jimmy has to get a lie detector test. I think Casey had probably coached my grandbaby because she had her by herself and had an opportunity to talk to her. I need to find out the truth because I told my husband if he
did it,
I have to leave. I can't be with him no more. And I don't want to leave my husband.
You got to.
Casey, that's your mother-in-law on the tape. What's going on?
Okay, well, like you said, on Mother's Day, we should be having a good day. Well, my daughter said, oh, Mommy, I have something that I need to tell you in your ear. I said, okay. So I put my ear down there to her. And she said, Mommy, Peepaw wants to keep this a secret, but he put his cookie on my cookie. And I said, what do you mean he put his cookie on your cookie? Is it a cookie that you eat or is it your cookie? Because that's what we consider that area. And she told me, she said, no, Mommy, it was this cookie. So I immediately took her to the source, which is Jimmy and Lisa. Okay, I wanted them to hear it for themselves.
Okay, so like, do they mean like Chips Ahoy, Oreos, macadamia, the Subway macadamia footlong cookies? Heard them fire, can dip them in milk. What type of cookies we talking about?
That she had said this. So whenever I got there, I immediately told Lisa to go into her bedroom. It was just me, her, and my daughter. And my daughter told her the same thing she told me. And we asked her again, was it a cookie that you eat? Or is it a cookie, your cookie? And she said it was her cookie again. And that's when Jimmy had walked in the door and said, what the heck is going on? I had her repeat it again. And she said the same thing in front of everybody, as she told me. And so my husband had came down at that time and told Jimmy that he has to take a lie detector test. So
call the police.
As soon as they all agreed to take a lie detector test or whatever, I immediately called y'all. I have to have answers from my daughter.
How long have you known Jimmy?
Hold on.
I have been knowing him.
Now look, if somebody daughter or son said that people was touching on them, the first person I am not gonna call it Steve Wilkos show. Somebody gonna die.
Since I was 4 or 5 years old. His mother had passed away whenever he was younger, and so my dad took him in and offered to raise him the rest of the way. And I consider him as my brother because we're really close.
Right,
and
you were raised in the same house.
Yes. And I just would never think
And then
that
he married your mom?
My husband's mom.
Oh, okay.
So,
but I mean, isn't that kind of odd that the guy that you're going ends up being your father-in-law?
It's okay though. He's a good
it's
man.
Already,
yeah.
It's already
so
weird.
And so you just said that. Do you think it's possible that he didn't do this?
I really don't think he did. But, I mean, I have to believe my daughter. I mean, my daughter would not just make something like that up, and especially saying where it happened at.
Now, you took a lie detector test to prove that you didn't coach your daughter.
I sure did.
Well, why'd you do that?
Because I don't want anybody saying, oh, well, she told her daughter to say this, even
But
though...
I mean, why would you coach against somebody that you have a very close relationship?
Exactly.
Casey, why?
Why? Why would you do this to my daughter?
I would never do that.
You told...
You know, I
He
would
did
never
it.
hurt her.
He did it.
She told everybody.
She's like a love to me. It's like all my kids.
My daughter said it 3 or 4 different times, the same story.
It don't matter, Casey. I didn't never
I
do
don't
it. I
care.
raised
I
you
have
whenever
to
you was 5 years old.
I have to believe my daughter.
I would never touch anybody like that.
I don't want to believe you did it.
I raised you pretty much.
Your husband, David, he's here. Let's bring David out.
Look, all this going on, bro. My daughter comes and says it 3 times.
Yeah.
How you gonna call a 4-year-old a liar? I mean, how are you gonna do that? And besides, y'all have the wrong idea of even thinking it's her coaching our daughter. When I'm
stand
the
up
one
with
that's
her, bro.
always getting in your face, calling you lazy, drunk, and everything else. How y'all even gonna
because you
think
don't
it's
want me
her?
to be with your mama.
No, I don't want a drunk, lazy person with my mama. But guess what? It happened. My mom has feelings for you, and I don't want to have her
I
heart
got
broken
back
again.
problems. What else
But
you want me to do?
my daughter came to us
Are you a
and
drunk?
said 3
No,
times.
I drank, but I ain't no drunk.
Do you believe in your heart that he molested your daughter?
I don't. I do and I don't. It's really hard because I've known this man for a long time, and I've never seen him do anything like that around a kid or to a kid.
How in the world could you even sit back there and say that you think that he probably did it? I love this man, and I'd be damned
Did I
if I'm
say?
gonna let
Wait a
anybody
second,
come
no.
in between
Did
us.
I
Get
say?
back.
Did I say that I thought he did?
Yes.
No.
David, you
No,
and
I did
Casey,
not.
So
you-
really, it sounds like nobody really believes that Jimmy did it, but it's a possibility.
Yes.
Exactly.
There is a possibility, but I am pulled in the middle, okay?
Of course.
I mean, I'm never home. I'm never home at all.
But do you find it a little strange that Jimmy's the one giving your daughter a bath?
Yeah. And I didn't even
But
know
he
that
hasn't.
happened.
But he hasn't. That's the thing.
He just stood on the stage and said he did it.
Man, I don't even bathe my own girls because I wouldn't want this to happen to me.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it a little weird that nobody knew that he was giving her a bath?
I didn't know.
I
Look
didn't.
at him.
I don't know the result. Hey, everybody says Jimmy's a great guy.
How you not know what's going on with your kids, bro? Y'all tripping.
Maybe he didn't do it.
I want to answer.
We pray. We just pray to God.
But the bath story almost sounds like, well, if I failed, that's when I gave her a bath. Casey took a lie detector
He was
test.
like, hold on. Bro's like, hell yeah, I touched the, yeah. That ain't funny, I'm just saying.
And we
So I was
asked
looking.
her.
So I was looking.
Did you coach your daughter to say Jimmy sexually molested her? She answered no. Are you fabricating the story that Jimmy sexually molested your eldest daughter? She answered no.
Chill
The
out.
results came back the same to each question. They came back that Casey told the truth.
Okay.
Jimmy came here, took a
I
lie
wasn't
detector
familiar.
test. And we had Jimmy came here, took a lie detector test. And we asked him, did you ever have physical contact with your 4-year-old granddaughter
He did
for
it.
your own sexual pleasure?
He
He
did
answered
it.
no.
Look at him. He did it.
Did you ever do anything sexual to your 4-year-old granddaughter? He answered no. The results came back to send each question, and they came back that Jimmy
He did it.
did not tell the truth.
The grandma pissed. Oh, they got. Hold on, this is lit. Hold on, my fault. He lit. Nah, he was living, bro.
To either pass this test, you have to have +4,
I told you did it.
or you have to have a -4 to fail. Jimmy had a -24. I know there's sick guys in the world.
Bro. He a liar. Now, this is the true definition of a liar. Bro, he doubled it ×3.
And you're one of them. it's not going to be easy for you in jail. And let me tell you something. Don't fool yourself right now standing on that stage thinking you're not going to jail, because look at everything that happened here. One, this is a little girl who's adamant about her story. Two, the mother passes that this ain't being faked. The girl has basically pointed you out in a lineup in her own house. This is the guy that did it. Okay? Little girl's not making up a story like that.
You better crash out. You better crash out.
Bust out yourself. Oh yeah, I give her bass. That nobody knows that I'm giving her bass.
What if we just spaz on, just try to run away?
And you know, some
it's
of
not
these guys,
funny, but
worked in the prison system here in the state of Connecticut. I'm sure they can tell you, nobody likes a child molester.
Well, you know what? Y'all know what? If y'all got anything to do with the police, take his ass now. Okay. Take his ass now. I don't want him nowhere around my babies.
This is your husband.
No.
It's over.
He violated your granddaughter.
It's over.
Bro, the camo was devastated.
He violated your granddaughter.
It's over.
Your president
I feel bad though.
Show is about 15 to 20 years in prison. Thank you for being a participant in our show. Get the hell off my stage.
I want to be a bodyguard, bro. How can I be the bodyguard for Steve Wilkos?
I hope that you'll update us and let us know when he gets arrested, what happens to him in court, because we would definitely like to know that and let our viewers know what happened with the show. Thanks.
Dirty ass, bro. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe though. This video is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.